back to that. Stream is live.
We are live.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey!
God, this sounds good.
This is awesome.
Looks like we're live, yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, it's okay.
That was my bad. Hold on. Oh, where'd the song go? Where'd the song go?
Sorry. Anyway, I'll talk. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the channels or whatever channel you're streaming from. You got Dean Bramage Rocks, Ashlenamusic, Jesse from BEL Development, and of course, Freeze the Fall live as we prepare for the premiere of Daughters of Witches. And we are here. Good. Got a good guest count on my channel. How you guys looking?
How we doing?
Great.
Freeze the Fall. How are you guys feeling? It's single release day.
Ooh,
We're pumped.
We're good, yeah.
We're excited.
We are ready.
Yeah.
Yep. This is a good one.
And y'all have had a busy day already today, right? You just got back from an interview?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How was that? Tell us about it.
It was good. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like since releasing Glitch, we've gotten better at interviews and answering questions on the spot, which is good.
Yeah, I think interviews were like pretty out of all of our comfort zones at the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We're not those people who can just like talk. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
I'm comfortable speaking to people in general.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
interviews
same.
are
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we've definitely gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more comfortable,
for sure.
especially if it's like this with people that we somewhat know already.
Yeah,
so.
it's a lot easier talking to people that you're like comfortable with, like you guys. So
For
Yeah.
sure.
I
Oh,
love that.
That's so nice.
So let's start with Glitch. I actually have some official numbers that we'll get to in a minute here. But why don't you tell us how's it feel? 22,000 views on your debut. Come on now. Come on now.
Wow. Yeah, it's insane. We didn't think we'd get this kind of reception with Glitch.
Yeah.
Especially as our very first song.
Yeah,
So-
it was just our first song, so we kind of just put it out there, and we're like, we know some people are gonna listen to it, but we didn't think 22,000 people were gonna listen.
That's
Yeah.
unreal.
Yeah.
And how have you guys felt like this is the most reactions you've had? Like you're in fresh water for everything, right?
Yeah.
I feel like all of the reactions from you guys and many others have also really helped. That's probably the
Yes.
reason
Yeah.
why it's
100%.
probably so popular and has gotten.
Yeah,
that
because it's been
many.
shared across so many
Yeah,
different accounts and channels.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Good. Like, could you have predicted any of that at all? Like,
Absolutely
No,
not.
no.
Yeah,
No.
like maybe someday, but not with our first.
Not the
release.
first song.
No.
Yeah.
what's up, Jordan? What's up, Jordan? Jordan thinks he's a comedian with this latest one. That was hilarious. When I put that thing on, I was listening to it this morning in the car. It's ridiculous, y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We can't see the chat.
Oh yeah,
I can't see the chat
Oh.
either.
That,
Yeah.
oh,
No.
do y'all have like
Oh,
another
okay.
tablet or something you could watch off of?
Yeah, we've got
I'll have to go on
another.
my phone.
Yeah. Here, wait. I'm just gonna text Craig real quick.
They can probably hear us too.
Yeah, probably. Yo, Craig, you should come here.
Yeah, what's up, Craig? Okay, let's go through this. What's up, Nate? What's up, Robert?
Oh, wait, we
Jordan?
can see it now.
Okay, we're good.
It's all
now.
good.
We
It's
can
all
see
good.
it.
No,
There you
Oh,
go.
wait, just kidding.
this is the.
Just kidding. All
No, there it
jokes.
is.
No, but this is like his like.
This
It's like the
is
trailer.
different.
It's like the hype.
You gotta wait till
A
it's
moment,
over.
please.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
We're
oh,
on a
yeah,
different
wait,
live stream now
Right
too.
here.
Boom.
Boom.
There we go.
Okay, we got it. It's all good.
We are. Oh wait.
Sure.
Craig is probably walking here right now, but we're all good.
We are here. We're good.
Ah, it's Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
Jordan.
Hey!
For those of you who don't know, Jordan is our producer for this EP.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Give a round of applause for
Hello,
Jordan.
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 Oh my God, there's
Your buttons.
I got you.
so
I got
professional.
I love it.
They're fun when they work. Sometimes they just do their own
Figured
thing.
it out. Yeah.
But yeah. Was there any like reactions or feedback or anything that you saw that you wanted to address like out loud? I know that y'all are commenting back. I know there was lots of talk about the mask.
Yeah, do you want to talk about the mask?
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah, so the mask was an artistic and a creative decision by our videographers. They actually came up with the idea. So we got this white mask from online, and then I wore it, and it's kind of like people are talking about it now, and it's because in the song there's a lyric.
It talks
that,
about that robotic feeling.
Yeah.
Because
So
the song, sorry, go ahead.
no, yeah, it's all good. So the mask kind of symbolizes being robotic.
Yeah, because for people who don't know, the song is about being a really empathetic person and the weight that that can hold when you're feeling like you're constantly needing to help people and to solve their problems. So the song is like about kind of sometimes wishing that you were less human or that you were robotic so that you couldn't feel that. So the mask was to represent that robotic feeling. And it's funny, we've had a few comments that are like Michael Myers, which is funny because like looking back, we love horror movies.
Yeah.
Like when we're not
Love 'em
practicing,
so
we're
much.
watching horror movies. So that wasn't even intentional, but it works.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, delayed. You're at the wrong place for that. I don't know what that is, but you're at the wrong place for that. So let's talk about some numbers then, because the mask obviously didn't hold anything back, and y'all went crazy with this. So let me get these numbers up here. I text the momagers all the time, so I gotta find Madison. I gotta find where the actual numbers are. Hold on. Okay, total streams. This is like Apple Music, Spotify, stuff like that. 17,500.
Dang.
Come on now, monthly. 2,400 monthly listeners. Top countries listening: Canada, United States,
Yeah.
Australia, and Brazil. And new this week, Finland. Give it up for Finland.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube subs doubled from a little less than 700 to 1,500. Congratulations. And the Glitch music video viewed on YouTube 22,750 times. My
Crazy.
goodness.
My goodness is right.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
20 plus reactions to Glitch. Instagram gained 800 followers since the release date. What a, like, come on, y'all.
Let's go.
Good start.
Awesome.
And like Dane, Ashlena, y'all can attest to this. It's hard to grow on the internet.
Yeah,
It's
There's a
really
lot.
hard to grow on the internet.
it really is. It's not an easy task. I've been reacting to songs since 2020, and my channel just ramped up in the last year. So,
Yeah.
but you know,
Yeah.
it's consistency. That's all it is. Consistency and just keep it at it.
Right.
sure.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Aaron's got about 30 of those YouTube views. Yeah, me too, bro. Me too.
Thank you so much.
So, and Dane, Ashlena, jump in whenever you want if you want to cut me off. Lots of talk about the scene, lots of talk about Quinn, your breath in that note. And we did talk about that in the last interview, but let's talk about that room a little bit.
Sure. So we filmed not just Glitch, but actually 5 in total, 5 music videos
Wow.
over the course of about what, like 10 hours?
Yeah, 10 or 11 hours.
In that
Really?
room. So for those of you who don't know, we're from Canada and this was filmed in December.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like the first week of winter break or something like that. And it was at nighttime. So it was not warm. So the breath that you see is real. We were very cold. We were in tank tops with like no break for about 10 hours in December outside in Canada.
Mhm.
It was in an unheated barn. So
Oh God.
a little chilly. But if we had done that 2 weeks later though, we would have been in minus 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Like
a
it wasn't
huge-
it was only what, like -5 or something like that, which isn't that cold, but when you're there for like 10 hours in a tank top in -5, that gets cold.
Yeah.
But if it was -30, -35,
we got
we would've
lucky.
been
We got
done.
lucky.
Yeah.
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 It's funny how us Canadians are like -5.
That's
Perfect.
fine. What are you complaining about?
You said 10 videos? You did?
5.
Oh,
5.
5.
That's
Five?
still a
No,
lot.
that's awesome.
Yeah, 5
10
in-
hours. I got
5
you.
in
Name
about 10
brand
hours,
is
yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
So that means we can
Amazing.
expect more videos to come soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
And so the reason that like people are probably going to be very confused that there's 5 videos in the same location because that doesn't really happen, but it's because this was all funded like basically all of it by Kickstarter.
Mhm.
And so we really wanted to like stretch that money out as much as we could and just make the most out of it. So the way to do that was to make all these videos, and we just needed to make them in the same location. That's why.
And like all of them like look different though. Like it's like we did special things to make them all different. So you guys, you'll see
the
that.
videographers who are working on this, Evan and Teddy and their team, they did a really amazing job of making them all kind of have their own like personality, basically.
Yeah.
So it's not the same thing 5 times again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll see that throughout the music videos, there'll be costume changes. That will be kind of the main thing that sticks them out from each other. And they all the songs kind of have their own theme as well. They kind of have their own place in the EP. So I feel like that's what makes them stick out, even though that they're filmed in the same place.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
That is
Do they all
awesome.
kind of have like the same vibe? Like it's really just you guys playing your instruments, rocking out, that kind of.
Yeah, it's like the same thing, but like Jonah said, with different costumes. And the videographers, they've been really like they edit them all a little bit differently, so they really have their own thing.
Yeah.
So it's not repetitive.
Good.
Like out of us three, I think I'm the only one that's seen it. And by about like the 6th or 7th bar, I forgot we were in the same barn.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. To hear.
That's
And
good.
not to mention, like this track is disgusting, y'all. Like,
I'm
Thank you so
so
much.
So
excited.
excited.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can't wait. This is gonna be amazing.
Jesse's been
Yeah.
pumping it up, and I'm like, he's giving us
For
little
real.
tidbits of info, and I'm just like, I just want to hear the song.
Soon, very soon.
Literally did not sleep last night.
Me
Aw.
neither.
Oh,
Man, I know
I
you
bet
were-
these are big days for y'all, huh? To anticipate the release coming up, and
Yeah.
you're probably bouncing around doing interviews all over the place.
Yeah.
So
And especially since we're still so new to like releasing music, I know at least for me, like I get really, really nervous like the day before it happens. Like, I'm like, what was gonna happen? But it's really
Yeah.
exciting at the same time because it's so new. So I think we just have to like just remember how exciting this time is, right?
Exactly.
Not to
it's
sound
like-
cheesy, but it's like something we've been working towards, and so
Mhm.
it's really special. We gotta like remember this moment,
Yes.
you know?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even though we've only released 2 songs now, it's cool to see how people react to the songs differently. And it's kind of nerve-wracking to like wait for the response and the reception.
Yeah.
But also it's very exciting because we get to do lots of things, like we get to have this single release party tomorrow about it, and
Yeah.
we get to do all these interviews. So that's all
And the
super exciting.
reactions and everything.
Mhm,
Yeah.
It's so interesting to see like what people's not just their opinion about the song, but like their thoughts on what the song is about,
Yeah.
even if they
that's-
interpret it
Mhm.
differently than how we originally wrote it. Because I think that's kind of like the biggest compliment you could have as an artist is just like people thinking about the song and talking about it and being like, oh, what does this mean? What was the intention behind this? And I think that really means a lot because it shows that they're actually like they're engaged and they're thinking about
Yeah.
it. And we got a
they're
lot of
actually-
that.
They're actually
during
paying
Glitch,
attention
so-
to the lyrics and trying to find the
Decode
meaning
it.
behind it. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we love when you guys do that. So
Yeah.
Can I take a second to say that I can never get over how professional y'all are,
Thank you.
interviewers
Same
and
thing.
like guests and
For real.
everything. Like y'all are so pro.
oh,
Thank
thank you
you.
so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Kids are acting like they're 30 nowadays. What's going on? It's so nice to see though, because like you guys are so young and your music is like new. But like if you when you hit the 30s, you're gonna look back and be like, oh my God. Like I'm excited for that. I'm excited for your career.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
thank
much.
you.
So Dane, I know that you were a Kickstarter donator. I don't know,
Yep.
Ashlena, if you were.
I probably did, but God knows I donate to everything and everyone. I'm Patreon for
It's all
everyone,
good.
but I'm sure whatever you guys need, I'm here for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, you guys.
Dane, could you talk about like your side as someone who's contributed to the Kickstarter? Like, how's it all feeling for you?
Great.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesse, I think you're the foundation for getting us all into this for sure and introducing us to these girls and sorry, not just girls and Jonah.
I'm here.
I'm a favorite drummers, dude. So trust me,
Represent.
you're my forefront. I love drummers. Or I always, if you watch any of my reactions, that's where I usually head. So there, but yeah, I didn't hesitate when I found that you guys were starting to Kickstarter to jump on that and
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
and help you guys grow because it's community. We're all three into it with you, and we all banded together. We talk on Discord all the time. So yeah, this was an easy decision to definitely being
And we
the one
really-
outside Canadian here.
No, it's all good. And we really appreciate the support from all of you,
It's
Ashlena,
awesome.
Jesse, and Dane Bramage. The coolest name ever, by the way.
Yeah,
I love
that's
that. So creative. Yeah, we really appreciate everything from all three of you and from all the other reactors and everyone who's been watching this. It means the world to us.
It
Literally.
does. It
So-
really does. Thank
yeah,
you.
so thank you for everything.
Mhm.
For sure.
Amen.
Problem.
We I don't know about y'all, but I feel like we're like watching these little bits of history happening, and I'm so glad that I'm like my
Yeah.
part of my wave is there. Like the reactions, I get to be here and chat with y'all. Like one day, like Ashlena said, I'm so excited to see. We look back in 10 years and see these videos, right?
God, I'm gonna be so old by then. I'm gonna be like, remember when we were all young?
So it
Can
is
you
fun
also-
getting in on the ground level and chatting with you guys offline as well, because what's cool is you're interacting back with all of us too. So it's been phenomenal. It's like
Yeah.
it feels great. It feels great.
I feel like this is the stage where they should be
Mhm.
responding to every single person until you can't do it anymore, because that's
Absolutely.
what
Yeah.
fans love the most.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We really want to show people like how much this means to us and that we really value everybody who's been a part of this. Even if it's like, even if you weren't a Kickstarter supporter, even if you're like watching the music videos and streaming, like that still means everything to us.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we really
it
just
does.
want to show that
Mhm.
to everybody.
I think you're
So
doing a great job.
how has the school, I was about to say work balance, how has the school balance and the the band balance, how's that all been working out? Do you guys get much time for yourselves really, or you just kind of all, I bet right now you're all over the place, but how's all that working out?
It's been kind of hard to find a balance, but I think like you just you got to make time for both. You have to make time for like homework. You have to make time for band practice. There's we're practicing for like a lot of like some bigger shows coming up, so there's been a lot of like we've amped up the practices and stuff. But yeah, you just like there's no time to waste. You got to spend, it's either school or band.
Yeah,
At the
I
same
think,
time.
yeah, absolutely. I think for me, it's a lot of just like writing lists and being like, on this day, I need to prioritize this. On this day, I need to prioritize this. And making sure, like, we all care about school. Also,
Definitely.
we're not just like throwing away school. Like, we work hard in school and in band. But I think it's also important to kind of like make sure you're taking time to yourself, because you can't work if you're exhausted and burnt
Yeah.
out. So making sure you also try your best to take time to yourself is really important.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to find free time, but that's okay because I love spending it with you guys. So.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, we really are doing something that we're passionate about. So it doesn't like, oh my God, it's so cheesy. People say this, but it doesn't really feel like work. It doesn't feel like work. Like we're doing something I love. But it's true though.
It's true.
It's true though. Like it's still tiring and it's a lot to handle, especially with school. But it's something that we really enjoy doing, and it feeds back to us, right? It makes you feel good to create. So
Yeah, definitely.
I love that.
Awesome. So with this gathering, I can see everybody's chat. I wish I can post it live, but so I'm seeing your chats, Ashlena, Jesse, I'm seeing yours, Freeze the Fall, I'm seeing your guys' too. We've been bouncing between 50 to 70 people combined on all three of our channels. Not a bad start. And then once
Not a
this
bad
push
start.
out each individual channels, that's just going to grow from here. I had another question though. So usually, with bands, you start collecting, right? I assume all three of you have like your go-to, except maybe Jonah. I don't think you have 3 or 4 drum sets laying around. Unless you do, that'd be
I
awesome.
mean, I have two. I have 2 drum
Okay.
sets.
Cool. But Quinn, I guess I'll start with you. Do you have like your go-to guitar, and what is it?
I have 2. So as people have maybe noticed, there's 2 like main guitars that I switch between. One of them was the guitar in the Glitch music video. It's a Jackson. I love Jackson. My first electric guitar ever was a Jackson. So they're very just like familiar to me, because all the guitars kind of have their own different like feel, every brand and every model. So I'm really comfortable with how Jacksons are laid out. And then my other guitar that I use all the time is an ESP LTD guitar. So same story with that one. I love ESP LTD guitars. So
Nice.
yeah.
Fantastic. Aria, you're next. What about those basses?
Yeah, so my favorite bass that I have is a Dingwall. I use that one for pretty much everything. I do have I do have an Ibanez as well. I use it on a few songs, but for the most part I use the Dingwall.
And it's Canadian, right?
Yeah, it's Canadian made.
Yeah.
I think Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan, you got it.
Yeah.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Our old bass player had a Dingwall too. They're unreal.
They are. They're really good.
And really cool, yeah.
Dingwall stand. Yeah.
I'm so curious how you guys, I don't know if this question has been asked, but like, how did you get into like the drums or the guitar or the bass? Because I feel like I never picked up a bass in my life, and I probably never will. But like, I tried drums, can't do it. I can play guitar, piano, all that good stuff. But like, why the bass?
Should we
That's
just go
just-
this way?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for
Please.
it.
I actually I didn't like really know that sorry. Okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
I didn't like really know about bass guitars until I like started playing. Like I didn't know they were a thing, but then one day I just like walked in my room and my dad had like put one on my bed and he was like, "Hey, this is a bass guitar." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then I started playing it and now it's like I really like it.
I love
it's
that.
managing it, you know? So yeah, it wasn't like I wanted to like play bass. It wasn't like I was like, "Oh my god, bass guitars are so cool. I want to play one." It was just like I don't know, my dad was just like, basses are cool. And
Because
so now
you
I play
played
bass.
ukulele previously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And your parents were like,
That's pretty cool.
"You do good on bass. You should play bass."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got into drums when my mom signed me up for lessons. And I think what made me stay was probably my drum teacher, Justin. I just thought he was the coolest person in the world. But I was just playing on like literally pots and pans. I'm not kidding you. I had a basket here, like
Oh my
some
Little
pans
like
there.
7-year-old Jonah.
Yeah, just imagine 7-year-old Jonah just in the living room.
I feel like that's every drummer's story. They just start with banging on
For
just
real.
random stuff.
Yeah.
They're always moving, tapping, all that stuff.
Yes.
Mhm.
I still do that, so that never ends. You know,
See, I don't think it does. Yeah.
You know, whatever
Yeah,
the heck I
yeah.
can.
Yeah.
So Jonah, what are you using?
I have a Mapex. It's actually my drum teacher's old
Nice.
drum kit, and
Oh.
he sold it to me. And I've been playing on that one. It's a nice acoustic kit, and I actually bring it for shows when they need either a backline for other bands or it's just a solo show.
So
with us.
in the music video, the
So
drum
yeah,
kit-
the drum kit in the music video is mine from my house. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
yes.
Awesome.
Wasn't Mapex Canadian originally too?
I'm not sure about that one.
I can't remember that one off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And Quinn,
So-
guitar.
Yeah, so I've actually been in music lessons since I was 5. I hated it.
Aw.
My parents signed me up for piano lessons when I was 5 years old, and it was kind of for the longest time it was just like, oh, my parents want me to play piano, like whatever, I don't care. And so eventually I started singing lessons when I was 7 years old, and I thought they were pretty cool, you know. But it wasn't till I was about 11 years old when I really got into music because so we all go to the same music school.
Yeah.
And there's this concert that happens. It's like this rock concert. They get all the kids together and form these little bands and they go on stage and play a song as these bands. And I wanted to try that. And just the energy of playing live and playing rock music, I was like, oh my gosh, it was so different than everything else that I knew in my like 10-year-old mind. So I just wanted to like stick with that. And there was a really cool guitarist that I saw there, and I was like, I want to be like her. So I started teaching myself guitar.
Amazing.
Yeah. And now I love all the music. Now I love piano.
That's usually how it goes with piano. It's like you start hating it, you move on to something else, and then you're like, okay, now I respect it.
Yeah. It's a beautiful sounding instrument. It's so
It is.
interesting. And I find it's easier to write on piano often than guitar because
Mhm.
if this makes any sense, on guitar you have to like make the note.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you have to like memorize all the shapes and all the patterns. But on piano, you can just like hit a note and be like, that's D
That's
sharp
the
right
song. Exactly.
there. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So
I feel you. So I'm going to blame your parents for this then, because basically
Yes.
your parents got you into music, which is amazing.
yeah. And like even when I was younger and I didn't like my lessons that much, I'm realizing it was still important because I was still around music and I was around like the talk and hearing these like the terminology and the theory and all that. So even though I wouldn't like practice that much, I was still around it, which I think is coming in handy now, obviously.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So can you all talk about how it was working with 26 Films and this new music video a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so working with 26 Films was great. Just like working with a bunch of other people in the industry, we got along with them right away. We had great chemistry, and going into film all those music videos that day, they had the whole team bustling around and it was such a surreal experience to brush by the curtain and see the entire barn with the whole team hard at work.
And there's like
that was
20
really
people
cool to
in there, I
see.
think.
Yeah, there were 20
Yeah.
people there.
Hmm.
And it was amazing that they were all there to help us, right?
Yeah.
Because like I mean obviously we were paying them and all that, but they really like but they obviously like cared about what they were doing and they were so inspired and they had all these cool ideas and they'd be like, oh my god, what if we did this, what if we tried this? And it's really inspirational to see other artists working and speaking with each other, even if we don't understand exactly what they're talking about, because we make music, not videos, you know.
Yeah.
But it's very inspiring.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then how about in this video in particular, is there anything you want to share? Are we leaving a lot of it kind of up to determinations? What do we think?
The outfits were hard to plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
They were very hard to plan. Like, I think you'll see us moving around a little bit less than in the glitch video.
Yeah.
Not because we were like, let's not move around as much, but because it was so hard to play without tripping and falling and dying. Like,
Not me though. You'll see me going
out.
crazy behind the drum
yeah,
kit.
but your shoes were hard to plan, right?
Yeah, you'll see
Those big
a
boots.
couple of shots of some shoes there.
It was one of the makeup artist's boyfriend's shoes.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Two sizes too big. Trying to play the drums in that was not fun, but we made it happen. We made it work.
And this is a pretty like drum heavy song also. It's very
Yeah.
like drums
Ooh.
and bass. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You can expect a lot of that from
Yes.
daughters.
Yes.
Lots of
I'm
headbanging. y'all.
excited.
Sweet. Sweet. So on to the next one. So we got your gear down. Who inspires you? So Quinn, I assume you have, I know a lot of people like them right here, the warning, right? And
Yeah.
but who would be like your favorite, like who you look up to professionally?
That's such a hard question because I feel like as I've
Right.
been writing, I kind of start to take inspiration from everything. Like there are artists, obviously, like everyone knows The Warning. I take inspiration from. I also take inspiration from Aurora, but also from like Children of Bodom and all that stuff. But as I've been writing more and more over the past like maybe 4 years or something, I start to take inspiration also from stories and from movies and from life experiences. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint one thing. And then I'll go through phases, right? Where I maybe take more inspiration from this artist. And then the month later, I'm taking inspiration from this story I read. And so it's kind of hard to pinpoint, but I hope that answers your question.
100%.
Okay.
I think most of us do. It changes and it will.
Yeah,
Always.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
especially because like, I feel like especially in 2024, like you're constantly being bombarded with information, like especially online and the media, like there's always something in your face or you turn on the TV and the news is right there. And yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
What about you, Aria?
It,
Same?
Okay.
I'd have to say the majority of my bass lines have been inspired by Dream Theater.
Nice.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
I don't know. The playing in that band is so technical and so unique. I really respect
Uh-huh.
that band. And so yeah, I'd say Dream Theater for me.
Yeah. And you always write like really like complicated bass parts, but I think that really we've realized it works out really well for us as a 3-piece because she helps fill out that sound because obviously we only have one guitar player and I can't be like noodling around the whole time because that doesn't fill out the sound. So I play a lot of like power chords and then riffs, right? But her complicated bass lines kind of help to like make it more interesting, but also support more on that lower end,
For
if
sure.
that makes any sense. So it's perfect that you love Dream Theater.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Very
and with those bass lines, it's sometimes hard to match that with the drums.
Mhm.
But when we do, for example, like in Glitch, going into the second verse there,
Perfect.
that part, the bass line is insane.
Mhm.
And when that just matches up with everything else, it really brings it together. So
Yeah.
you.
And I feel like over the past like year and a bit that we've been a band, we've gotten really good at identifying, like knowing each other's playing style
Yeah.
and being able to predict like kind of what type of like style they're going to put into playing when we're writing a song. So it's easier to match up now and to become tighter with the parts that we write.
yeah, that's a cool way of putting it.
Yeah.
So-
And we've learned a lot of that in the studio with Jordan also. He's really helped us like just go to that next level.
Yeah, so for a lot of my drum playing, to be honest, for a lot of early work and for not early, we've only been a band for
We've been a
like
band for
a year and a half.
Yeah.
In our like
In the
old
early
stuff,
days.
old Freeze the
Back in
Fall.
1875.
Hilarious.
But for my drumming, I'd say that for this EP as well, I think that my drumming, I was kind of just still figuring out how to write songs because I'm pretty new to writing, writing music and writing drums in general.
Mhm.
So I'd say that there wasn't actually a lot of inspiration for my drums. I was kind of just like,
just writing.
putting my thoughts out there and writing what felt best for the song.
Yeah.
But for our newer music, you can expect to see some influences
from all of us, I
from
think.
all of us,
Yeah.
and in my drumming too,
Like
for our newer music.
Yes,
Yeah.
like later down the
Later,
line when
down the road.
the new songs come out.
Mhm.
And we have these interviews again, it's going to be a lot easier to pinpoint. We took inspiration from this for this thing and this for this thing, because we were so new to writing as a group and writing all together when we were writing the songs for this first EP. So it's kind of harder to trace the train of thought because we were everywhere. We were all over the place, and in a good way, because we were learning, right?
Yeah.
And I think this turned out pretty damn good for like a first.
I'd say so.
First EP.
It's okay.
I'm
It's
proud
okay.
of what we did.
It's
so
it's pretty good.
it's pretty okay.
Yeah, no argument from the field. Had a question from the chat. This one comes from Old Man Yeti. He said, "What do you do to disengage and have personal downtime?"
One at a time. Do you want to start?
Yeah, sure.
Or whoever has an answer first.
Whenever I'm having some downtime, either like doing homework, I'll just be listening to music. I'm at school doing work, I'm listening to music.
Yeah.
I'm at home playing games, I'm listening to music. I think I'm going to bed, I'm listening to music. So
Yeah.
I think that's how I spend a lot of my downtime, is getting introduced to new bands and
That's really cool. Yeah. I like
listening to
that.
music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
For me, I mean, obviously listening to music as well and watching interviews and documentaries about artists, just to see like how they wrote certain songs, certain parts. Because I'm very curious about that. It's very fun to see how other artists' brains work and how they choose to write their music. Something I like just as much as music is languages. So I love studying languages. That's like my favorite thing. So I also spend a lot of time learning about other countries and cultures and languages.
Nice.
And sleeping. I love sleeping.
He's amazing.
Yes.
For me, I'd say like I've been watching a lot of bands play live. I'm really into like the stage production, and I also really like watching like certain like stage presences of, is that a word, stage presences? I don't know. But like
Something.
just like I really enjoy like watching like rock and metal bands live, because they just put on such a big it's just such a big production, and I really appreciate that. I like to draw and paint. That's my thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a follow-up question someone just posted too. Like, do you have any favorite academic subjects besides music? I think you all just covered that.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
great.
okay, a fun fact is that I didn't really like music that much at school. Like I was in band and stuff, and I thought it was cool, but it wasn't my favorite subject, which is funny because obviously, I don't know if you've noticed, but we kind of like music.
Good.
So my favorite subjects are, well, obviously like all the language classes. I love those. I love social studies, all those types of like humanities classes. I find sciences and math to be very, very difficult. I have troubles with like the formula classes. I like the open-ended answers, deep thinking classes. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What about you guys?
I like socials and like learning about history and stuff. I find that really cool. And I also like learning about biology, like human biology. So I don't know, like diseases and genetic disorders, stuff like that. I find interesting.
Wow.
Huh.
Nice.
You?
Great
Oh.
question.
Yeah. I really like English, short stories, and like creative writing. I like that stuff.
Yeah.
Somehow that all makes sense for like the lyrics and things that you guys
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say that. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It all came together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like creative people just don't really like math, so I feel you, Quinn.
Yeah. Like it's so cool that it exists and it's so cool that it's everywhere, but I just can't like grasp it. My dad is watching this right now. He like helps me with math every night. He's probably like, she can't do math.
My dad too.
Yeah. It's all good though.
Yeah.
So how was working on this song? Because we've heard this song. Y'all have been like had this song for a long time.
Yeah.
How was it taking it into the studio, working with Jordan?
Yeah, taking it into the studio was a whole other beast other than writing it. Pre-production with Daughters was pretty interesting, actually, when you can talk
Yeah.
about like the lyrics and such.
I can't speak. One of you.
Anyway.
Sorry, I'm getting over a cold. Do you guys want to talk about pre-production?
Yeah, so in Daughters, I mean, all of our songs were really changed, whether it was the structure. I think a main problem with our songs was them being too long.
Yeah.
Like,
We just
well,
weren't getting to the point enough, which is a main thing that we
Yeah,
learned in
yeah.
the studio.
mhm.
Was learning how to like express a thought to the most like to the point way that we could, because that's
Yeah.
the way that people can really understand and digest it, I guess.
Yeah, really hooking and bringing in that listener as quick as
which is a big
possible.
thing we learned in the
Mhm.
studio,
Definitely.
and also to push ourselves.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan, our producer, he really tried to push me on drums, and
Yeah.
I think it paid off. I think it paid
Yeah,
off. And
especially
I'm
in
really
Daughters
glad
of
he did.
Witches. I remember
Especially-
there was a whole pre-pro day when we were just working on drums.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
It sounds like a performance though. Like it sounds like y'all are. I like saying like trying to break your strings or break your snare drum. or,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hear
Yeah,
that.
you know it.
Yeah. I like this song because like yes, it sounds like produced and tight and all that, but it also has like this raw feeling to it. All this
Yeah.
like feedback and stuff.
Mhm.
I'm not saying anything else, but
Ooh,
yeah.
feedback,
Ooh.
okay.
Yes.
And so just to clear the air on a few things, so you played all the guitar parts, but there are a few others than just one main riff, right?
Yeah, so again, since we're a three-piece, but we're like into like rock and metal, we needed like a bigger sound. So in the studio for all the songs, you'll hear like other little guitar things going on. I played all of it. Like all the instruments you hear, we played, except there is one song that has a little string section, and there was like an actual string player who did that. You're gonna hear that later on.
Cool.
But we played all of that. And the way we're going to go about playing this live is we do have some like backing tracks. I know there's so many people in the rock and metal community who are like so anti backing track, but that's the way that we really can like fill out our sound and really like express the songs the way we want to.
Mhm.
Cuz well, we're not going to get another guitar player, you know. So yeah, I played all the guitars that you're hearing.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to hear this.
And Aria, you did all the backing vocals, right?
It was actually okay. So Quinn and I did the backing vocals together. I'll be doing them live, but you might even hear Jonah on one
Yeah.
of the songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, the majority of the songs were Quinn and I combined doing.
Yeah, we really wanted to like layer them and make like going into this, we wanted to make the EP and the song sound like as big as possible. And one of the ways to do that was with all these vocal parts.
And also like
So
you and I
we
like,
layered,
and we have like such different voices that like.
but they sound so
Yeah.
good together. So on the backing vocals, I'm singing a lot of them, but Aria is also singing them. Like we're singing them together.
Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, live she's going to be taking the backing vocals.
Yeah,
'cause
'cause-
I'm not singing two at the same time. Yeah.
No, I love that. And I think that's just like if you want to compete with modern music, you have to sound like there's 13 members in the band. Like it kind of-
Exactly.
I agree. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's been very interesting to kind of learn how to fill out our sound and to make the most out of our instruments, especially as a three-piece.
Yeah.
And not just that, but learning how to fill the stage and just how to make this into a big production while we are only so many people, right? We're just three people, but
Right.
the studio really taught us how to make it seem like there's more than three people.
Mhm, fake it till you
Definitely.
make it.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
Well, I'm looking forward to Jonah's vocals.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're sick. They're sick.
Yep.
got
A
three
couple things
singers.
from the field. Username, well, you know who this is. G-Man Muller said, "Let them know I got my new shirts and hats arrived." And thank you so much.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
And a question from the field. This one actually comes from Mrs. Dame Bramage Rocks. And shoot, I lost it. Hold
all
on.
good. Take your time. It's okay.
She asked, "Who would you love to collab with?"
Mm.
Mm.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's so hard because
It's always
their
these
band.
questions.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know. Do one of you guys want to go?
Okay, well, it's a big dream, but my favorite band, Bring Me the Horizon. That'd be pretty
Nice.
cool. Just
There you
saying, just
Good
saying. Long ways away, but I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I've said this before, but I think it would be a really cool experience to collaborate with Spirit Box
Yeah.
because
Love.
Spirit Box is from Canada,
British
pretty
Columbia.
close
They're from a
to
few
us.
hours away from
Yeah, they're a
us,
few
so-
hours away.
Yeah.
So when they're not touring, they're a few hours away.
Yeah.
But I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
And they've also got the female lead singer too.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
could be cool.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I have no idea how this would work with our sound, but like Lamb of God.
That'd be cool.
Like-
That would get heavy.
Dang.
Yeah.
I love that.
Like we love Lamb of God.
Randy
Like-
just comes in to sing on one of
Yeah,
his
Randy
Yeah.
just like walks up.
We're going to go see them.
around
We're all going to see Lamb of God in a couple months. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
so excited for
and
that.
they're gonna play with Mastodon also.
Mhm.
Mastodon's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're really excited to
Yeah.
see them live. It's gonna be awesome.
Yay.
Sweet. First time seeing them live?
Yes.
Yes.
Second
Yeah.
time for me.
Second time.
Nice.
You went to they were at Aftershock?
Yep.
Yeah. She's seen all the bands, I swear.
Love a concert junkie.
Yeah, concerts are so good.
They're so good.
Yeah. And it's fun to go to concerts also because especially together.
Mm,
Yeah.
You kind of
yeah.
take note of what the pros are doing, you know?
Yeah.
Like we all saw Megadeth together and we also all saw Tool together. So it's really fun when we all go together and then we can kind of like debrief after and talk about like it was cool when they did this and it was cool when they did that and what could we do to maybe be a little more like this or you know?
Yeah.
So it's really fun to watch as a band.
Yeah, that's smart.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Y'all kind of the bridge in Daughters kind of gives me a little bit of a Megadeth feel. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, thank you
That's
so
a
much.
big compliment.
Yeah.
I was trying to land on like what it was because I used to be a big Megadeth fan, and I was like, but it's kind of got that like radio announcer, like that kind of distorted vocal,
Yeah,
with the fills,
yeah.
with the big long build. Like it's not really long, but
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny because we were like, oh, there needs to be something there. And Jordan, he was like, I don't know, what if you just like, sorry, I'm going to spoil one thing. He was like, what if you just start talking? And I was like, talk? And he was like, yeah, just talk. And I think that the one you're hearing was either the first or the second take. I was like trying to
I
plan
think
it
it's
out
the first
too much.
take.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like trying to plan it out too much. And I had no idea how to like the spacing between the words and how I was going to do this. But he was like, just talk, just talk.
pretty
So,
cool.
yes, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any new songs on the EP that we haven't heard yet? And do you guys have any intentions of doing any more covers?
There is one more song on the EP that people have like kind of heard, but
Yeah,
like, not
you-
really.
Not
Yeah.
really.
Not really.
Yeah. Not the whole song.
Not the whole song.
Mhm.
And then covers. Well, covers are good for like shows when you're trying to fill it out. Because again, we've been a band for like a year and a half, so it's not like we have like an endless amount of original songs to choose from when we're playing like hour and a half long shows.
Yeah.
So we do like to fill it out with some covers sometimes, but we don't. I don't know. Like we'd rather
We don't want to
play-
be a cover band.
Yeah, we don't want to be a cover band. We love to play our original music.
And then we do have, we just actually finished another cover the other day. So
Yeah,
that-
Yeah, you can expect to see that tomorrow at Crown and Thieves.
Crown and Thieves.
Hey,
Yeah. Oh, someone in the chat has seen Megadeth 5 times.
Oh,
That's
lucky.
crazy.
Wow.
that's pretty cool.
Lucky. Oh my.
Just
Yeah.
started listening to Spirit Box. Oh yeah. Spirit
So
Box is so
your
good.
band mentions got the chat popping off on all of our channels.
Yeah.
They're really excited about what you just said.
Yeah.
So well done.
Yeah. I'm so interested to see like what our fans listen to. Like I'm
Yeah.
curious, like is
Yeah.
their music taste like heavier than ours or not?
should we do like a live request day with Freeze the Fall?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Live reaction stream kind of
Yep.
podcast thing?
That'd be cool.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this is way easier than all the other streams that we've done. So if it's this easy,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
It's so sick.
That would be fun.
we got 2 more minutes till premiere time.
Oh my
Any
gosh.
last questions?
I'm just excited, man. I haven't even heard the song. I'm doing the whole like audio first, and then I'm gonna do the reaction
Yeah.
of the
Okay,
video.
okay.
So
Awesome. Well,
I'm
Nice.
excited.
We're excited to see your reaction.
I'll put it up
Yeah.
as soon as I can. I'm not gonna watch the premiere, but I will get the video
Sounds good.
and then obviously give you the view.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited for you guys. So all the best to you.
Hey,
Thank you so
Freeze the
much.
Fall Momagers, could you share the premiere link in the chats, por favor?
Yeah.
I know they're listening. And then also, if you're watching on the BEL channel, when this ends, it should port us all over to the premiere, but that doesn't always work. So fingers crossed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good old
Thanks,
YouTube.
Payne, I got you. Or you got it. You got it. Okay, is that it then? We good? We're ready for the
I think
premiere?
so.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining
Thank
us.
you,
We're
guys.
Yeah,
so
thank you
excited
guys
for you
so
to hear
much.
the song.
I can't
Thank
wait.
you for being here. Dane,
Thank you so much.
Ashlena, appreciate you guys so much.
No
Yep.
problem, bro.
Yeah.
We'll see you all on the other side.
Appreciate
Bye,
you guys.
guys.
Have fun with the premiere. See you later.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
The balloons.
Okay.